What's up? No Nonsense Know-How here. Today working on a 2005 Ford Focus with a 2.0. Now I want to give you some quick instructions on how to replace the PCV hose, or positive crankcase ventilation hose. Unfortunately, it's located underneath the intake manifold, which I'll show you here in a second. Let's touch on why I'm replacing this hose real quick though. This car threw an engine light and has a P0171 system 2-lean bank 1. Of course, it's only one bank engine since it's an inline 4. And so in a nutshell, what this code means is that the computer has determined that the engine is running lean, as in too much air. So the computer's having to add fuel percentage to compensate for that, to try to reach 14.7 stoichiometric. And so this could be an exhaust leak around the O2 sensor, and that would be a false lean. But usually what it means is that you have unmetered air getting in past your mass airflow meter. So an intake leak, fuel injector O-ring leaking. In this case, it's a torn PCV hose, which I'll show you here real quick. And looking in between cylinders 3 and 4 down the intake, do you see that tear on the hose? Well, I'll pull this off real quick, but I had a smoke machine on this that was pouring smoke out of it. So should be an easy fix. We just have to pop this intake off. I'm gonna get that off and then give you some quick instructions on how that comes off. All right, I'm at the part where I think I'm gonna be able to slip and slide this PCV hose in. So let me just bring you up to speed. You start by jacking your car up about a foot off the ground, as you please. I personally put a parking brake on, put a rubber block behind the rear wheel. I have a floor jack on each side, and you should put jack stands in as well. Then you're gonna come underneath and take some rust penetrating spray or WD-40 and spray that all over your dipstick tube, because we're going to have to remove that. And then one 10mm head bolt on the lower part of the intake. It goes in right here. These are actually 8x125 threads, they look like though, but a 10mm head. And back up top, bear in mind I'm trying to take off as little as possible, so you might take off a little bit more or a little bit less, but I cut the 2 zip ties on this battery cable, tuck that, and then hose off your fuel pressure sensor, and 2 7mm heads on these hose clamps of your intake boot, and pop your intake boot out of the way. I'm sorry, 6mm on those hose clamps. And then 1 7mm bolt and a couple plastic clips that just broke off on your throttle cable cover. The dipstick tube had a T30 Torx on it, looks like that. And once you have that off, if you have that rust penetrating, you wiggle it back and forth, it should now slide out of there. Mine did. If yours is rusted though, you might have to get down there and spray it some more. And check that your O-ring's in good shape. Make sure to clean that off and re-lube that before you put it back in. Disconnect the IAC and the little Christmas tree that pushes into the intake. And then remove the 7 10mm head bolts up top where it bolts to the head. So let me just show you, got one right there, one right here, one down in the center. You gotta get with that with an extension, which I'll show you in a second. That's 4, 5, 6 is underneath of here. You gotta kind of go below the IAC, and you can see it from an angle if you get in there, but it's down there, trust me. And I'm sorry, the 7th is right there. So you got 1, 2, and 3 on this side. That's 7 bolts up top. Make sure to get all those out. I was able to get most of them with this extension set up here on my Milwaukee M12. I'll plug links to this and everything I use down below in this video, so check that out. I did need this swivel. Well, I don't know if I needed it, but this came in handy with this long extension to get one as well. Almost forgot to tell you about this bugger on the passenger side. You got to get these Christmas trees off of there too. I used a large screwdriver to pop this off, otherwise it's going to be too tight. Hopefully I didn't fail to mention anything, but with all of that off, you can slide this intake back pretty far, just where the throttle body hits your trans dipstick. Just push that out of the way. And I think I'm going to have enough room to slip and slide this. Now, do bear in mind, it's not a bad idea to remove the intake in its entirety and replace these rubber O-rings for the gasket, but this is my sister's car, and I'm just kind of slip and sliding this. So, again, do it as you please. Wouldn't be a terrible idea to take the rest of the connectors off and remove the entire intake. So to get the hose off, I used a long pair of needle nose to get this clamp and popped it off on the upper. And on the bottom, it just actually goes right onto the lower part of the intake, and I didn't even remove the clamp. I just left the clamp right on there, and I used this long pry bar to just put a little pry action on it, and it slid right off, no problem. We can take a look at that crack now in the hose. That is the crack in the PCV hose. Let's match it up with our other part. Yeah, it looks pretty close, and they give you these quick clamps too, so I'm hoping I'll be able to just slide that in there. These do look a little tight, but I'll slide that in there, jamming it with my hand, and then you just pull these little red pieces off the clamps, and they snap into place. Here's just one more look at the bolt pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7's right down there in the corner. You know what? I don't think slip and slide's great. It's too tight in there trying to get the new one on, so let's just take this intake off the rest of the way. This connector right here, there's a little red washer. Bring the camera in a little closer. Thanks, sister, for recording. You push down on that little red washer as you pull up, and boom, that will slide out. And that should give us enough room to kind of pull this up now. I also took my throttle body connector off there, and yeah, now I got plenty of room to get down in there and put that hose on. With the hose pushed on the intake and the PCV valve, I can then pull these little red snaps off, and the spring clamps will engage, and then you're ready to just slap this back together. So the only step I failed to tell you in the beginning is it would have been a good idea to spray this all down with a air gun, blow all the dust out before taking this intake off. But now is definitely the time to get in here with anything and just make sure that there's no dust on these intake O-rings, and certainly a great idea to just get new ones if you're doing this job. They're probably like $4, but I don't have them right now, so it's going back together like this, and they seem like they're still in good shape. Ah, would you look at that rookie move? I routed it over top of this hose. No, it's got to go underneath of that hose. This hose has to go over top. All right, let me get that fixed. That looks a little better. These are the long needle nose I was using. These are probably like, I don't know, 12, maybe 16 inches long. Harbor Freight special, baby. When you're putting the intake bolts back in, you can use the paper trick. You just put a piece of paper over top the head, and then it'll hold the bolt. So that way you can slide that into place easily, or just use a magnet to drop them into the bore first, like this. Or if you got small hands, I guess you don't even need this. Boom. Easy peasy. Got it all back together. This is the part where you want to check all of your work. So, all your Christmas trees back into place. All 7 of the upper intake bolts tight, and the one on the bottom. Dipstick tube back in. Intake boot properly positioned with the hose clamps properly positioned and tight. This hose back in, this hose on. All your connectors back on. Christmas trees all back in place. You gotta double check, triple check your work. Make sure it's good and tight. All you have left to do is plug your code reader in or scanner and clear out that code. If you don't have one, consider buying one on Amazon. They're only like $30. I'll again try and plug links to everything in this video down below on there, so check that out. I also want to apologize if I went a little too fast or skipped any steps in this. I just wanted to make a brief overview video for you, so right to the point, and hopefully help some people out. So consider leaving it a thumbs up, commenting down below with any feedback or suggestions on my channel. Consider checking out another one of my videos or subscribing, because all that really helps me out big time. And until next time, this is Chris Brown here, No Nonsense Know How, and hopefully I'll see you in another one.